My husband put divorce papers on the table and said, "Accept my lover or we're done." I signed immediately, and he went pale. "Wait, you misunderstood." My husband placed the divorce papers on the kitchen table, like he was dealing cards in a poker game. He had that smug little smile on his face, the kind that made me want to throw coffee at him. He sat across from me and clasped his hands together, like a businessman closing a deal. "I've been thinking about our situation," he said. "Vanessa makes me happy in ways you don't. I want to keep seeing her, and you can either accept that, or we can end this marriage." He pushed the papers toward me. "Your choice." I looked at him, really looked at him. This man I'd been married to for 11 years. This man who hadn't had a real job in 6 years, because he was always chasing some startup idea that never took off. This man who drove the car I paid for, lived in the house I bought, wore clothes I purchased, and now he was sitting here, telling me to accept his lover or face the consequences. I picked up a pen. His smile widened. He thought I was going to push the papers back. He thought I was going to cry, beg, and ask what I'd done wrong. He thought I was going to negotiate, but instead flipped to the last page and signed my name, clear and fast. Then I slid the papers back to him. "I accept option 2. The color drained from his face so fast, I thought he might pass out. He stared at my signature, as if it were written in a foreign language. "Wait, what? You misunderstood. I was giving you options, but I didn't want you to choose divorce." I put the pen down on the table. "You gave me 2 options. I chose one." He grabbed the papers and held them up. "That's not what I meant. I was trying to have a conversation." I said calmly, "You were trying to threaten me." "It didn't work." He started stammering. "I thought we could talk about this. I thought you wanted to fix things. You love me. You've always loved me." I told him I loved who I thought you were, and that person doesn't exist. His hands were trembling now. He dropped the papers and rubbed his face. Okay, let's forget this happened. I'll tear this up and we can pretend this conversation never happened." I shook my head. "I already signed, and I meant it." His voice turned sharp and desperate. "You can't just end 11 years like this over one mistake." "One mistake?" I said. "You've been sleeping with Vanessa for 8 months. I found the credit card statements, the hotel charges, the jewelry purchases. That never made it to me. I've known for 3 months. I just didn't say anything because I was preparing." His face went from pale to green. "Preparing for what?" I stood up and dropped a folder in front of him. "This is the asset breakdown my lawyer prepared. The house is mine. I bought it 2 years before we marry, and I never put your name on it. My retirement accounts are protected by the prenup. Both cars are in my name because your credit was bad. Your startup investments came out of my salary. They're marital assets. But since they're worthless, that doesn't matter much." He opened the folder.